We've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal.
We're going to get back into the Paris Agreement, back into the business of leading the world.
When it comes to climate, it's Donald Trump's war on red tape versus Joe Biden's green revolution.
Climate change is a top-tier issue for Democratic voters. It's a front burner issue for young voters, especially. The 2020 election basically is a crossroads for two extremely different paths that the United States could go on in terms of combating climate change.
First up, let's look at the candidates' climate plans. Joe Biden has beefed up his strategy to tackle climate change. The former vice president is focusing on a new green infrastructure to reinvigorate the U.S. economy. Biden's clean energy revolution would pour $2 trillion in spending over his 4-year term. It also aims to achieve 100% clean electricity by 2035.
The United States will continue to have among the very cleanest air and cleanest water on earth, which we do now.
Donald Trump has rejected mainstream science on climate change. The Republican president does not have a climate plan on his campaign website, but an energy and environment section highlights his administration's focus on unraveling Obama-era regulations. That includes withdrawing the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement and freeing the energy and auto industries from federal regulations.
Trump's approach to environmental issues is basically, he says he's for clean air and water, but he himself is not introducing any new environmental rules that aim to protect. His approach is, drill more, extract more, companies will innovate on their own. He doesn't feel the government needs to intervene.
Trump has pledged to revive the coal industry. In early 2017, the president invited miners to the White House as his administration announced plans to slash air and water regulations. But due to abundant natural gas and falling prices for wind and solar power, Trump has failed to stop coal plant shutdowns. In 2019, coal-fired electricity output fell 18% to the lowest level since 1975. In August, the Trump administration finalized plans to open up part of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska to oil and gas drilling. It's a move that overturns decades of protections for the largest remaining stretch of wilderness in the United States. Biden has resisted a push by his party's liberal wing to impose a nationwide ban on fracking. The Democratic candidate also supports investing in coal communities by offering alternatives to mining work.
Some people are still upset that Biden doesn't go for what a lot of younger voters are calling for, which is banning fracking, putting a really concrete end to the production of fossil fuels. His plan really stays clear of that. It doesn't really mention natural gas in that way or oil. But I think for the time being, there seems to be at least an acknowledgement that he's moved the bar higher. A lot of it in response to some heavy pressure from youth voters and youth activists.